Coach, with the big Game 4 ahead, the opportunity to even the series, where does it start for your group today?
I think it's always the mentality, the way in which we approach this game, understanding we got to take care of home court, our ability to defend the right way. Offensively, can we move it? Can we share it? Can we play with pace? All those little small pieces that we've talked about, from game 3, can we have that carry over?
Jamahl, this Boston offense obviously thrives on getting three-point shots and shots at the rim. Throughout this series so far, you guys have done a pretty good job of minimizing both of those. Just what's going into that without, obviously revealing too much? What's going into that with your defense, and how are you succeeding in that?
I think it's our guys being able to follow the game plan in a lot of ways, the level of communication that we have, where switches are happening, where they're not happening, being up on shooters and knowing who we're closing out to. A lot of that is personnel driven and knowing what we need to do and what we're willing to give up.
Jamahl, obviously, you guys have faced some criticism from the Celtics for the play style through this series. When you hear that, what does it make you think? Like, do you get upset about it? Do you like hearing that from the other side? Like, what do you think about when you do hear some complaints from the outside or the other side about your guys' play style?
I don't think much of it. I really just focus on our team and how we can continue to play and to do the things that we need to do to give ourselves an opportunity to be successful.
What stood out to you about Jonathan Isaac's performance last game and just the way he's helped you guys down low?
I think just really his defensive focus, his ability to guard multiple positions, being able to guard Tatum at times, Brown at times, Porzingis at times. I think those things stand out highly, and then his ability to crash the glass as well as finish defensive possession rebounds.
We've talked so much in this series about kind of winning those plays on the margins, trying to find ways to get up the court and transition. How critical was it in Game 3 to force turnovers and knowing how disciplined you have to be to face Boston and how good they are at protecting the ball? How important are trying to force turnovers and getting those possessions to winning in this series?
It's huge. I mean, the small margins, you talk about the free throw line, the rebounding count, the fouls, those little things are big in a series like this. When in a low possession game, you've got to make sure, one, you're taking care of the basketball, and if you can create some turnovers, you give yourself an advantage.
Going back to the communication and just being sharp on your switches and everything, how have you seen that have you guys seen that progression from Game 1 to Game 2, Game 3 in this series so far?
Well, just the adjustments, different things that they're running, different actions they're trying to get guys into, understanding how we want to cover them. I think our guys are recognizing that as the series has gone on.
Coach, is it almost a compliment when people say that you're being overly physical?
I don't know if it's necessarily a compliment. I think it's just us playing Orlando Magic basketball, and I think we've had that since we've been here. And so at the end of the day, I think it's just us being who we are, and we just have to own that. We accept it, and that's just who we're going to be.
Anything else?
Thanks, Coach. Just understanding that, 4 of Boston's key rotational players last game, guys like Pritchard, Hauser, et cetera, just only combined for 16 points. Is that something you expect consistently to keep happening as explosive as Boston is? Or
no.
How do you try to?
No. This is a championship basketball team. You expect the best from them. And so I think at the end of the day, like they may not have made shots, and you take them out of a couple things, but this is a championship basketball team that we expect championship basketball to happen. And that's why we got to focus on what we do and how we can control our game plan.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all.